Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we completed second chapter. So from today we are going to start with the third chapter, that is Business Services 2. In this chapter you will be learning about the meaning, functions and types of bank accounts, services provided by the bank and e-banking, and the services associated with the bank. So let's start with the introduction. Importance of commerce is increasing in present time. In commerce, apart from trade, banking is considered as its auxiliary services. Banking industry is very useful to industries, agricultural and other fields in addition to trade. The institute providing services of banking is called a bank. The first bank of the world started in Geneva in the year 1407. The word bank is derived from the Italian word banco. Evidences of the activities of the bank are also found in the ancient times. The word emerged in the Roman Empire, where the moneylenders known as Masella used to establish the small temporary shops on a long bench called a banco within a closed fence. The word banco and the bank have been derived from this. So, the meaning of bank. So, according to the Reserve Bank of India, bank is an institute which collects deposits in order to lend them with the condition to return it at the end of the fixed term and or whenever it is demanded. And the second meaning, we can say that it is the institute providing services of banking is called bank. So in short, we can say that bank is an institute which collects the deposits in order to lend them again to the people with a condition to return it at the end of the fixed time or whenever it is demanded, that is known as bank. Now the functions of bank. First function is to accept deposits, and apart from this, services bank performs other service activities too. Second is to invest or lend money. But in the present time, a bank does other functions too. Apart from this, banking services have been developed very well and variety is found in its services too. There is an immense growth in the services offered by a bank and the focus is on customers. It is difficult to make a list of all functions of bank. Functions of bank can be divided into two parts, the main functions and the subsidiary functions. So, the main functions of bank, the functions of bank can be divided into two parts, main functions and subsidiary functions. So, the main functions of bank is to accept or collect deposits. Second is to lend money to people, means to give loan to people. Second is to invest money. And the fourth function is to do interbanking transaction. This will be discussed in detail afterwards. So now the subsidiary functions, these were the main functions of banks. Now the subsidiary functions of bank includes, first one is to look after the financial transactions of the customers. Second is to do transactions of foreign exchange. Third is to issue letter of credit. Fourth is to issue traveler's check. Fifth is to provide draft services. Sixth is to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank. Seventh is to provide services as an underwriter. Eighth is to provide other related services such as ATM, Demat, safe deposit, vault, etc. So these were the two functions, main functions and subsidiary functions. Now let's discuss all of them in a detail explanation. So the first is main functions of bank. In that, first includes to accept or collect deposits. It means that bank accepts some surplus amount as deposit. The bank pays interest to the deposit holder. The biggest responsibility of bank is to maintain trust of a deposit holder or the customer who invest money in the bank. Bank accepts various types of deposits as per different rates of interest. Bank mainly accepts 4 types of deposits. First is savings account, second is current account, third is recurring account, and fourth is fixed term account. So the first main function of bank is to accept or collect the deposits from the people. Now the second main function of bank is to lend money. Bank accepts deposits through different accounts. Thus, the bank lends money to the borrowers which it has collected as the deposits from different accounts. Bank accepts deposits and provides interest to the deposit holders. The bank lends money to the needy people, means bank gives loan to a needy people at a higher rate of interest than it pays to the deposit holders. The bank gains profit from the difference in rate of interest. The bank lends money as per the given below. First is through a loan. So the bank provides loan for either a long term or a short term. In some kind of loans, hypothecation is necessary, while in some kind of loans, hypothecation is not necessary. Such loans are provided to either businessman or an individual or industrialist against which the bank demands for guarantee. In the present time, home loan, car loan, education loan, cash credit, machinery loan, gold loan, personal loan, etc. are available. So, bank lends money through a loan. Second is the bank also lend money by overdraft and cash credit. Means if a current account holder withdraws more amount than the balance of that account for a predetermined limit and short duration of time, it is called overdraft. So if any account holder withdraws more amount than the balances of that account for a predetermined limit and for a short duration of time, that it is called overdraft. The duration of overdraft is short, but when the duration is predetermined, then it is known as cash credit. So bank also lend money by overdraft and the cash credit and through a loan. Now the third main function is to invest. Means the bank cannot get benefit if it is not able to invest and lend the amount of the capital and deposits of the bank. An important work of bank is to invest this amount at some secure place and with proper calculation. The bank has to invest some percentage of total deposits in the government securities according to the rules of RBI, on which the rate of interest is low. It is inevitable for a bank to get instant cash by withdrawing investment during emergency or some accidental situation. A bank majorly invest in government securities or in other financial capable units. So the third main function of bank is to invest, and bank generally invest in the government securities or in other financial capable units. And the fourth main function of bank is to do interbanking transaction. Means One of the main function of the bank is interbanking. Every bank sometimes faces shortages of money for a very short duration of time, even less than 24 hours. So at this time, unused money in a bank is provided to the needy bank. This arrangement is made by an agency appointed by the central bank. In this way, the process of lending or borrowing money is completed through the central bank. The lender or the borrower does not come into direct contact with each other. The problem of the bank for that particular time is solved. Thus, when the bank gets the demanded amount instantly, it is called call money. The interest has to be paid on the received amount. The rate of interest is determined on the basis of demand and supply and is called the call money rate. So, interbanking transaction means that bank also faces shortages of money for a very short duration of time. So at that time, shortage of money, like central bank, also called RBI, provides money to the needy bank. So that if bank gets instant amount, then it is called call money. And the interest has to be paid on that received amount by the bank. So this rate of interest is determined on the basis of demand and supply, and that is called call money rate. So these were the four main functions of the bank. So now we would be stopping here. In the next video, we would be discussing about the subsidiary functions of the bank. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.